Hello, is shit on? Now, I'm see a lot of podcasts out there bash the woman them and I bring the woman them. No need to fear. Markie Markland is here. The Savior is here. The Professor is here. Ladies, but there for them. It's the Markie Markland Podcast. Welcome. It's episode 2 of the Markie Markland Podcast. I am so happy to have you back. I'm so grateful for the reviews. I'm so grateful for all you guys who have been tuning in. My episode, I love it. My episode, I like the content, the news, the tea, the whole shebang, bang, bang. I'm so happy you guys are being receptive, and it's only gonna get better. I'm listening to the reviews. I'm listening to all that you guys are saying, and I'm so happy and grateful for all you guys have been giving me in terms of feedback. Now, last week we spoke about the rebranding era, and I feel like you guys are actually eating it up. Like the girls are eating out their rebranding era, and I'm so happy for you guys. Y'all deserve it. After all the El Ampoda also will go through, it's a new girl. Shout out to the girlies who are having, their rebranding era. I'm so happy. But before we rebrand, before we get into the new phase of our life, we need to leave some things in the past, which is always kind of hard for people. Not me. Me easy to get rid of things. Me easy to move on. Listen, me can break up to them by tomorrow me in love. Because I'm so quick with ending my emotions and starting a new one. Because I feel like I'm able to control my emotions. A lot of people are not. It might take me 1 or 2 weeks to get over a boy, but after that, smooth sailing. But in order for us to step into a new era of our life, it is of paramount importance that I speak to you guys about letting go. And this is why episode 2 is going to be called Let It Go. I want you guys to kind of let go of the hurt, let go of the pain, letting go of past relationships, letting go of past trauma. I can't stress enough how important it is for you guys to get rid of yesterday's something in order to make room for today's blessing. I don't think you guys realize that in order for you to be receptive of what the universe has to offer, you have to be open. You have to have an open spirit, an open mind, an open soul, And most importantly, also, you got to be exuding gratitude. Sometimes we have to be grateful for where we come from and which part we didn't know. Sometimes we're so caught up in, I want to move on to the next phase of my life. I need a better car. I need a better job. I need a better apartment. Let's kind of, sort of appreciate where we are. We've come a long way, a mighty long way. If you should really roll back the curtains and kind of, take a little peek. So where did I go on back there 3, 4, 5 years ago? Goody. You've done well for yourself. I'm proud of you. So I want you to kind of have grace on yourself. Really give yourself the grace, give yourself the space, the time, give yourself the opportunity to just look how far you come from and kind of just say to yourself, I'm doing good. I'm so grateful for my progress. Sometimes, especially living in America, everybody's just on to the next, everybody's on to the next, everybody's on for greatness, everybody's on for the next blessing. But we have to kind of slow down, look more and really realize where we are come from. The amount of stress what God bring with you, the amount of hard life what God bring with you, the bad treatment. Someone who come from Jamaica and live in America and someone has sleep on, when you just come on, sleep on ground, when they have wear family old clothes, when they have each ride pan the bus. Now when you're in a big job, when I drive big Benz and Beamer, it may not be the dream job, but you're in a better position. So I kind of want you guys to kind of, have a little grace on yourself. Someone used to be a man clown. I know, when fully ill. Girl, a wicked gal. Gal in a full control, our man clown is him. So, just have a little grace. Be grateful for where you are and where you're headed. And in order for you guys to jump into the next phase of your life, I want you to kind of let certain things go. Some of you are walking around with some hurt. Some of you are walking around with some pain. Some of you are walking around with some doors that were not closed. Some conversations that we never had. A bunch of questions in our heads that we want to get answers to. In reality, we need closure. We walk around every day why this had to happen to me? Why it couldn't be perfect? Why me, God? You ever ask yourself, God, why me? Why did my teen years had to be so rough? Why my childhood had to be so rough? Why my mom was not there for me? Why my dad was not there for me? Why didn't I go to a better school? We have so many whys. But why not? Why not you? Why not you? I feel like sometimes we be forgetting that God is in control, like God is the author of our life. You know, you are ideally in charge of your life, but God is the big man. And him kind of depict what he wants for you because God knows best. And life is never meant to be perfect. And I think that's what we're always striving for, a perfect life, and it doesn't exist. Even the richest of the richest, the poorest of the poorest, the billionaires, the money magnates, they might go through stress, they might go through so much hurt, they might go through so much unhappiness. And trust me, especially when I was living in LA, we used to par with a whole heap of wealthy people. You know, even if I never used to par with them, I came in contact with them and I kind of listened to how they talk. You know, a lot of them are just hooked on drugs. A lot of them are barely trying to get by mental. A lot of them have like so many doctors trying to prescribe ways how to make them happy. Because as much as all them say money can buy your happiness, that's for them. I know we talk about me happiness, but it's a lot of things that money cannot control. And that's just that level mentally where you are at peace. And in order for you guys to move on, you have to let go of some of the stuff. Life is never meant to be perfect. And I hate when I run into people and they go, Markie, you don't know what I've been through. Oh, Markie, you don't know what we got through. You don't know how hard my life was. You don't know. Well, excuse me. You know what me got through? What you know about me? I just wear my pain easy. I wear my hurt like a Dolce & Gabbana coat. But I've been through some things. Like if me can't tell you some things when me go through, I'ma still find the courage to get up and smile, make content, make you guys laugh, encourage you guys, pour into you like I'm doing through this podcast. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Let me tell you something. Some people just don't wear them emotion upon them sleeves. Some people are just great at disguising their hurt. It may be a deadly place to be in if you're just walking around hiding your pain and not dealing with it. But stop walking around with this sympathy begging like aura. Like snap out of it. Get your life together. And really and truly, I don't know if you guys run into people like this. You may book a look a friend and as soon as you about them start telling exactly what go on in them life. Lord Jesus Christ, I shouldn't know what go on. Like, for instance, I'm going to go to Jamaica. And Jamaicans love doing this. Jump go to Jamaica. Boom. What go on, Pam? Like I'm there, I try survive, but you don't even know what go on. I'm there stressed and broken, hungry. I'm depressed. I'm from a week. I'm not. And we go straight into trauma dumping. We go straight into telling the issues. But for a second, can we just kind of focus on the positive in our lives? Because really and truly, telling people a problem is not going to do much. I'm going to tell people my problem because one, what are you going to do about it? Like, what are you going to do about it? I may wake up today, I need my rent to be paid. I'm actually depressed. I'm actually going through some things. I'm actually looking for help. But it's very important that you don't tell your business to the wrong people because they will eventually make it even worse. Sometimes you open up to some people, you tell them some things where I go through, and them just walk and tell your business to everybody. But you don't tell a girl your business by tomorrow, it depends on the blogs. And that kind of puts you in a more sunken space. You know, I don't know if you guys care, but when we hear my business, especially something that I tell a good friend of mine, I'm hear back on the news or through the grapevine, it actually hurts me. Because for me to trust you and tell you certain things about myself, I have to really trust you. I not open up so much to people. Because one, them can't help me. Two, it's not a safe space to tell your personal life to people who's not willing to help you or make it better. So you kind of have to develop a certain kind of trust. But I know some people who just feel so comfortable telling people what they're going through, but you have to be careful with that. You have to protect that until you're in a better position to where you're strong enough to deal with it yourself. Sometimes when you just stop being so soft, someone just softy. Like, I remember the other day, I was just so emotional. I would cry every single minute mentally in my head. I would just cry sometimes like, God, why am I going through this right now? I'm kind of remember the Markie woman really is, the Markie woman come from. I come from stress. I come from a hard life. I come from mother don't have nothing to give us to go to school. I come from literally, I have to bring chicken back and white rice go to school every day for lunch. I come from 4, we used to sleep on one bed. And we fought our way through that to where I am today. So it's not to say I am discrediting what you're going through, but sometimes when you toughen up, someone are too soft. And really and truly, Life is going to throw you lemon. It's up to you to make a lemonade. Someone who's sitting in a lime juice for too long. I look a sweetening to in life. Get look at excitement in our life. Get look at happiness. Find it somewhere. There's got to be a safe space where you're going to be able to find some kind of happiness. A smile indeed. And that really takes you coming from where you are right now and fight and going in one different space. Somehow we're in some deep depression. Somehow we're in some rough space of our life. But trust me, you can get out. You can be better. Life can be better for you. You just have to come up with a plan and keep it moving. Me hear people make excuse for everything. Want a new job. Boy, I no work no day. Nobody now hire me. Make it happen. Make it happen. How bad do you really want it? You see some people are walking with some happy success story. I choose them now tell you what them go through. I choose some people now open up and tell you all of the stress what them go through. The sleepless nights, the pain, the hurt. Some people have some deep dark secret that's tied to their happiness. And it's better to not revisit the dark secret. It's better to only focus on the success story. Some will have some pain, some hurt, some trauma we had to go through in order to get to our success story. And when you really look back and think about what we got through for the wish power today, many even like think about it. But I had to do what I had to do. Because if I don't do it for myself, who's going to do it for me? So really and truly, I want you guys to toughen up and stop make excuse for everything and just get it going. Get the ball rolling. Believe in yourself and tell yourself, say it's me versus me. And this phase of my life, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to get my happiness. I'm going to get my success in. I'm going to get to where I need to go. Stop make excuse. Excuse now, bring it away. And really and truly, there's this saying that says, if it doesn't kill you, it make it stronger. A true them attack. A true them attack. Me used to always say to myself, say, you know what? When time hard life take me, I gotta just zone out and picture myself in a happy space. And that is why you guys kind of fell in love with my personality. A lot of times I am going through hurt. A lot of times I go through stressful time. I'm just putting on a new persona. I just put on a happy space, a happy face, a smile, and turn on my phone and make a video and share a happy joke. Share some encouragement. Because slowly but surely, I am deviating from the issue. And a lot of times you're stronger than you think. You may look at your situation and say to yourself, say, boy, I be a hardship me I go through. I be a hard life me I go through. I be a pain me I go through. But you may be stronger than you think. Sometimes you look back on some things where you go through and you really say to yourself, say, boy, if I go through that, I can't go through anything. And that is it right there. That's the purpose of living. And really and truly, God do gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And you may say, boy, I'm going to wind up on the tough team this year. And trust me, I like when God give me my tough battle them from early. It's when him give me them from early, it kind of prepare me for the unknown. It kind of prepare me upon the battlefield. So when time them show some bad mind yaso, when them show some obia yaso, when them show some pain yaso, when them show some yai water yaso, I just can't sit down and just take it. So like, you ever see somebody I get beaten and nah budge? Sometimes when God beat me, I go through my pain and society and the world just drop down upon me like one olos. I just lay down and take it so. Matter of fact, I sit down and take it without a glass of pina colada in my hand because here I done pass the worst. What else can happen? I done go through the earth already. I done go through it already. So this is exactly what life is preparing for. The worst. And this is exactly what I tell you guys. In order to get to that space, you kind of start having to accept life for what it is. We need to start being more accepting of what life is, accepting of where we are in terms of our relationship. It's kind of okay for you to realize that your relationship is over. It's kind of okay for you to realize that, you know what, I have a great partner. A lot of times we cannot even enjoy the new man or God bless we because we're stuck upon the bad that the old person did to us. We're so stuck on the hurt, the trauma we went through as a child. We can't even enjoy life. And in reality, there has to become a time where you sit down and really deal with your issues and say to yourself, I am no longer bound to you. You're no longer my story. You're a part of my journey, but you're not my destiny. And I want to get rid of it now, which is exactly why I want to tell you guys, we need to let it go. The hurt, the trauma, the pain, we need to let it go. And it starts with forgiving. I can't tell you how important it is for us to forgive the people who hurt us the most. It sounds weird, like, me not forgot nothing. It's okay for you not to forget because you're not drop your head and catch amnesia, but you got to forgive. It's one of the hardest lessons I had to learn, but I promise you, see when me start forgive certain people, especially close family member who I confide in, people who I look up to, people who I would never expect to turn them back on me or betray me. That's the toughest hurt, you know. You see when you love somebody and them in your circle a certain way and you look up to them and them see one turn on and hurt you and betray you, trust me, it feel like somebody stabbing in your heart with an ice brick. But those are the hurt we need to get rid of the most. Actually, the fastest. Because if you should settle in that hurt, it will mess you up for a lifetime. It will mess up your personality. It will mess up your journey. It will mess up your blessing. It will mess up where you are heading in life. I know it sounds easier than what it really is, but it's the best thing you can ever do. Forgive. Some of the trauma that we go through these days in life, we really don't know how to deal with it. So for me to sit here and tell you guys that, oh, it's easy to get over certain things, it's not. When I did at Jamaica, I used to be so happy. I never have no bills. I never have no problem. I just did big and happy. I never have no affordable. I never have a light bill. I never have a water rate. I never had rent. Also, my grandmother dead left give we living a forever. We know about my teeth in life situation. We used to teeth water. Water used to free for never have water in a Papaga River. But coming to America, it's a different story. And life in itself becomes a little bit more difficult here. It becomes traumatic. It's like everything switched by you the moment you land at the airport or the border. But it will never be perfect. Life will always throw us lemon. And I think it's important for us to understand that nothing that we're going through is not a part of our destiny. It's not a part of our story. It's not a part of where we're headed. It is all a part of the journey. And looking back to some of our childhood, may I tell you, someone go through some tough things in our life, you know. I have some friends, and I have random people who open up to me. May I tell you, say I have some people who go through some trauma, and you will never know. You know why? Them deal with it, them heal from it, and them move on. One of the worst that people may hate are people who trauma dump. You ever meet somebody yet, and you're trying to get to know the person, you're trying to date the person, and every single thing them do, I cheated on a woman got through. Oh, I act this way because of what I've been through. I am so insecure because of what I've been through. I'm jealous because of what my ex-relationship do me. I'm jealous because of what my other partner do me. Well, babe, this is not the same person. You have to let that go. And I always say this, I will never date somebody, it's very selfish, but I will never date somebody who has been through a rough childhood. I would never date them. Because half of them has never taken the time out to heal, and them are relate everything with them go through for them actions now. Them have insecurity issues. May I tell you some strong insecurity issues. Them have jealousy issues. Them have detachment issues. Them have so much issues, and them are the one who ever want relationship. And I tell myself something I do. I did it before, and it was the most messed up person I've ever dealt with in my life. Because if I go somewhere, they might call it 20 million times. Where you there? Who that? Da-da-da. You big and confident in you dress a certain way. Babe, don't wear that. I don't like how you dress like that because they're insecure. So they might push them insecurity upon you. Me not like people like them. Them not deserve pum-pum. Them not deserve penis. I hate it. Them not deserve partner. Go heal yourself first. Stop dumping your trauma upon people when you go through a traumatic past. You have to heal. Let it go. Nothing is more dangerous than somebody who has been hurt, and instead of healing completely from that hurt, you try find happiness in somebody. You try get healed by dating somebody else or being friends with somebody else. I feel like it's selfish. I feel like it's so painful. Trust me, you have to let it go. You have some girls, you know, them get some good man, and they will never be able to be the best wife they can be because they're so stuck on that hurt girlfriend in that hurtful relationship that they used to have. The boy is a good boy. Boy loyal. The boy take care of you. the boy show you love in the purest way, you can never accept the love in peace because you're so stuck on what that messed up ex-boyfriend did to you. Babe, that's the worst place you can be. You have some co-workers. You have about some co-worker yet, them just miserable. Them just unhappy. Them have no kind of happiness. You have about some friend yet, them just wicked. Them just malicious. May I tell you, say them quick for sell you out, them quick for throw you under the bus. They've been through something that really messed them up. And they cannot be the best version of themselves because they are so stuck on who they used to be. You ever book some woman yet? Them just miserable. May I tell you, say, have some girl, people business bring them joy. People business bring them happiness. Your downfall, your failure bring them so much joy. That is because they're unhappy. And a lot of their unhappiness is tied towards the hurt that they've been through. So they cannot celebrate your happiness. They cannot celebrate your success for you because they don't have it inside. May I tell you, say, I have some people, may I tell you, so I have everything in the world, but them unhappy. Me used to have some people who would have hate upon me and me never have nothing. All I did have was a big mouth and a big personality. You have some people who are so blessed. May I tell you, so them have the world and them cannot enjoy it because of their past. They cannot enjoy the blessings what God give them because of the trauma with them being through. You have to let it go. You have to heal. Yeah, I have to let it go. You have some girls, and I'm always gonna talk to the females. You have some females out here who were molested. May I tell us, you have some females who were molested, and I have sympathy for them. Because you're always gonna ask yourself, why my childhood couldn't be so juvenile? Why my virginity couldn't be taken by the person who was sent from heaven for me? You know that beautiful teenage love affair? Why am I never have that? Why am my uncle take my virginity? Why is this person who I look up to, somebody who was supposed to protect me, why they had to be the one who take my innocence away? And those women are walking around these days, may I tell you, with some deep hurt. They're so hurt that no matter how blessed them be, them can't accept the blessing because you're so stuck on the past. And my friend, I know it sounds selfish for me to say that, but you have to let it go. You have to heal from this. You have to let it go. May I tell you, I have some friends, like them go through something as a child, I'm going to listen to them story, and I say, Jesus Christ Almighty God. Then God did really love you to make you go through so much sitting. But yes, the answer is always yes. That's a part of your success story. That's a part of your journey. But then remember until we used to take bus. And in Jamaica, we take bus, there's always a bus park where it's the main park where you have to unload the bus in order to pull it back. In a Kingston, we used to have a bus park down a town. We used to have the big bus park, our Alpha Tree, the big JUTC bus park. The bus have to come and I'm have to let off in order to pull up back for Gar Road. That's how your trauma is. That's how your blessing is going to be. You have to pull up in a spot, a vulnerable spot where you kind of unpack and get rid of all of the hurt them. Would that be therapy? Would that be confronting the person who hurt you? Would that be simply just forgiving the person? You have to unload the trauma in order to fill up more blessing, more opportunity, more good life, more now. A lot of you guys are not enjoying the now. May I tell you, some man have some good life, you know. Some man living at some good house. Some man have some good man. God bless you with some nice, pretty picnic. But you're not able to be a great parent to your child because you're so stuck on what your mom or your dad did or what they never did to you. The fact that God blessed you with a child, being that your childhood was so rough, that's more than enough reason for you to make that child have the best life. Because God will give you a chance to heal while you're being a parent. Sometimes you realize that you never had a good childhood because, one, you never felt safe. You never felt protected. You never used to do all the beautiful, innocent things that kids were allowed to do. You never had the blessing of having certain toys. You never used to go certain places. You never used to enjoy certain blessings as a child, a happy child. The fact that God blessed you with a child, you need to relive those moments through those child by blessing them with everything you never had. by doing the complete opposite of what your parent did to you. And you guys are not being a better parent than what your parent was to you because you still haven't healed. You still haven't come to terms that it happened, I'm healed, and I forgive my mom. Mind you, growing up with Jamaican parents or Caribbean parents are probably some of the most traumatic experience we're going to go through. Because I tell you, some people never deserve pitney. Some mama never deserve for breed because the amount of trauma them put them little girl pitney through, some of the trauma them bring them son through, who never deserve for have pitney, especially Jamaican parents. Because I know, especially in the Jamaican community, sometimes we're going through certain things. We can't go through mother with it because, one, you're a child. Two, who are you to be telling me where I go through? And three, them not gonna believe we. Mommy, say your boyfriend, I look for me a certain way. You too lie. I you want to mash up me and my man relationship. Hey, you gotta come out here, And the whole time your husband did a molested pitney. The whole time your husband is taking advantage of the child. Some man have some woman who take disadvantage on a pitney. Treat your child so bad. Especially when they must step pitney. And them kind of hurt there. Stick with the pitney them for a lifetime. Mess them up forever. Parents, ladies, fellas, if you've gone through this, you need to have these conversations with these people. Especially with the parents. Because this is the only way you can move on. Link up your mother like, Mommy, you know what, I have something to tell you. You know that when I was 12 years old, such and such happened. There's nothing you can do about it now, but I just want to tell you that it happened. I was hurt, and I'm forgive you because you did the best you could, which is true. Some Jamaican parents, especially Caribbean parents, they are doing the best they could have done at that time. Some of them never grew up in a mother's love. Some of them never grew up in a good household environment. They themselves were molested. A bad treatment them go through. So them try them best with you. Them do them best with you. Them did after that work from morning till night. Meanwhile, you were home going through hell. But in the midst of you going through hell, she was going through hell at work because in the back of her mind, she had to work hard to send you to school. She's sending you to school. She thinks that's the best thing she ever did for you. Little do she know, in the process of getting you an education, you went through a mental breakdown. In the midst of her getting you an education, you went through molestation. In the midst of you going through college, you had to go through so much hurt and pain. But she did the best she could. Some of them never know better. Honestly, God, some of our parents don't know better. Them really do the best them could to get us to where we are. And we're walking around with a lot of untold story. We're walking around with a lot of hurt. We're walking around with a lot of pain because we have not taken the time to sit and say to the person, you hurt me, but I forgive you. It literally takes that and really and truly meaning it that I forgive you. Some of us are upset with people who are dead. Some of us were molested by some uncles, some cousin, and them dead. And we're still mad at them. We're still not enjoying the happiness that's right in front of us. We're still not enjoying our perfect husband or perfect life that God has blessed us with because we are stuck on the hurt that we receive from somebody who is 6 feet under. That's a shame. That is a shame. If you ask me, there's nothing flourishing about that. And this is exactly why I'm saying it is of paramount importance that we really kind of put our problems, our hurt on the front line, deal with them, and then letting it go. A lot of times you meet some people and them always say to you, say, I am so hurt. I'm going through so much right now. You're not going through anything. You just haven't forgiven the person who hurt you. Let me say that again. Sometimes you meet some people and they might go through, they might tell us, oh, I'm so depressed. I'm so hurt. I'm in a bad space. Technically, you are in that space because you haven't forgive. You haven't forget. Someone will get so addicted to pain. Someone will get so addicted to hurt. I'm not saying you should numb yourself. I'm saying you should deal with it, forgetting about it, and move on. That's the only way you can really, really enjoy what the universe has for you. That's the only way you can enjoy the blessings of God I feel. That's the only way you can make room for a better life. That's the only way you can make room for prosperity. That's the only way you can make room for the good life, the good treatment what God have in store for you. It's by getting rid of the hurt, the pain, and just being an open vessel for happiness. Be an open vessel for a pure heart. Be an open vessel of just forgiveness. I want you to also know that it's okay to cut people off until they get rid of their trauma or until they heal. You know, sometimes you meet some boy or a girl and you want to date them and you realize, say, them too jealous, them too insecure, they have detachment issues. If you say to them, some want a break, them spaz out, you dress a certain way and go out, them insecure. It is okay to say, hey, babe, I love you. I love you so much that I want the best version of you. I need you to take some time off, heal, go have that conversation with whoever hurt you, go heal from that past, go talk to your mom, go forgive that person who took advantage of you, go speak to that ex-boyfriend who hurt you and caused you to be so insecure, and then I whop you back and come back to him. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, I'm not going to date a monster. I'm not date nobody who drop down them all those upon me. I'm not date nobody with them insecure ways. I'm not date nobody with jealous because you're not so jealous and obsessed with me to the point where you kill me and dump me because you feel like, say, you can't have me, so nobody else can't have me. Like, you guys need to learn to read the sign of people who have traumatic past that's affecting their personality. It is affecting who they are. It is affecting the way they love you. It is affecting them trusting you. They have to heal first before them come into your life and dump them trauma upon you and talk about, say, I just saw me grow, I saw me stay, you don't know what I go through. My ex-boyfriend, my ex-girlfriend caused me to stay. So, okay, well, go be with that ex. Kind of a me mash up your life. And have a me mash up your meds. And a me drop down all those spam your essay. You now come drop down the coaster bus spam me. You now come drop down the old bus spam me. You now broke down the old car spam me. Go fix yourself, sir. Because I not date a monster. I want pure love. I want happiness. I want somebody who is secure. I want somebody who can hold me down. I want somebody who can trust me. Me no business who cause if I have trust issue. Me not have no time for deal with nobody with them kind of problem there. So go fix yourself. And if this is meant to be next month, next year, however long it takes to heal, we are going to whop it back and we're going to be happily ever after. But right now, I not do it. I not sign up for this. And then, you know, sometimes when you want certain people out of your life, it's like they feel like them world are going to end without you. You have some man, you realize that the relationship is not working, partly because of what they've been through, is really not allowing them to be the best version of themselves. They haven't healed, especially men. Men don't know how to deal with them past. Men don't know how to get over something. Men don't know how to forgive and have a conversation and have closure and moving on. Them numb themselves, numb them pain, and tell themselves that masculinity caused them to be so tough. They're going to tough it out and shake it off. In the midst of it all, really and truly, in the back of their mind, they might go through turmoil. They might go through a breakdown. They're going through a crisis. So the Mickey and come date you and I try dump it upon you. They might dump them insecurity upon you. And when they take a step and say to me, this not going to go on. I can't take them drama here. I can't take the old that we are dropped upon me. And you want to walk out of their life. You know what them do? Them kill you. Them do everything. Talk bad down to you. Verbal abuse, physical abuse, domestic abuse, all kind of abuse. Them drop it down upon you. Because they must say to themselves, say, oh, you're not about to leave me. And it's the same for friendship. You have some friends, you try to get rid of them because you realize, you know, so the girl, she little mix up, she conniving, she lie, she wicked, she bad mind, she evilous. Let me get rid of this bitch. And the moment you decide to get rid of them, all hell broke loose. Them do everything for blighting your future. Them spread BLIs upon you. Them automatically just hate you. Like, you ever break up with a friend yet and you're just like, you know, I don't want to be a part of this friend. And them just turn on and be public enemy number one. You know why? They have detachment issues. But you know what? In reality, I'm not your enemy. Your past is your enemy. Your mom who hurt you, she had a problem. Your mother and your father will walk out to your life and cause you to have that kind of detachment issue there, and them are the problem. The people who hurt in your past, the people who abuse you, molest you, and take advantage of you, the people who cause you to have trust issues, They are the issue, which is the reason why we cannot see eye to eye. So instead of you being mad at me for dropping you out of my circle, instead of you for being mad at me for taking you out of my life, go fix the problem, go forgive the people who hurt you, and then you can come back, come see me. But don't take out your problem from me. Stop walking and spread a rumor upon me. Stop turning and hate me for all of a sudden for no reason. Because really and truly, you ever be friends with somebody for a couple of years or whenever, and the moment you and them stop talk, you're the worst person in the world. You are the meanest person in the world. All of a sudden, the good friend, the best friend, whatever you used to call her, you become evil, you become wicked, you become bad mind, you become everything negative. Why do you have such a problem walking out of my life if I was such a bad person? In reality, I'm not the problem. You have detachment issues. You have past traumatic issues that's causing you to act the way you act. So when somebody good come out of your life, all hell broke loose. Because you know why? Your mama did run left you. Your father did run left you. People in your life take advantage of you. Them hurt you. So the moment somebody's leaving your life, you can't deal with it. I'm not your enemy. Your past is your enemy. I beg you, heal, please. And there comes a time we have to realize that your past can truly cripple your future. I said it earlier in the podcast. It's very important for you to get rid of some of the things that will cause you to act a certain way you act. Because you're going to become such a bad person. You're going to become such a monster that nobody's going to want to be around you. Nobody's going to want to be your friend. Nobody's going to want to date you. Nobody's going to want to be in love with you. Because you are such a negative person. You're such an unhappy person. And energy is easy if we will pick up no ideas. Hey, I can't hang out with somebody for 30 minutes. And I can't pick up certain things about them. I'm going to say to myself, say, I will never hang with this person for the rest of my life. And if I study them really, and you kind of figure out why really go on, they are so hurt. They are dealing with so much unanswered questions in their mind. They're dealing with so much negative energy that they have been through to the point where they haven't get a chance to just heal. And healing is not a big process. It may be a hard thing to start, but trust me, you see, once you start heal, you're going to be in love with that because you're going to be so obsessed with a new version of yourself. You're going to be obsessed with this person that you are getting exposed to. You're going to be so happy with your progress. You're going to be so at peace knowing that this new version of yourself is opening so much doors for you. Because the old version, they may tell us, blight in your future and should cause so much people to come out of your life because of who the monster you were. It's very important. Certain conversations that we have been running from, we need to have them. You need to toughen up. It is okay if you send a letter. It is okay if you send a text message. Make a phone call and tell the person exactly what's on your mind. How them hurt you, how it make you feel, what has it done to you, and just make them know, so listen, I forgive you. This is not for you. This is for me. Forgiveness is not for the person who hurt you. It is for you to move on. So sometimes when somebody hurt you, really and truly, sometimes you don't even need closure. A lot of times y'all like, I just want closure. I just need to talk about why. I just need to ask what made you do that. Something you don't need to have no conversation. The person was just not capable of dealing with you with care. Some people were just not meant to deal with you on a certain level. Some people were just not meant to be in your life, and you were in their life at the wrong time, in the wrong place. Sometimes, say, God can't send a blessing, come give your blessing, drop off at the wrong address. You know that? You were meant to love. You were meant to have a husband. You were meant to fall in love. You were meant to be somebody's best friend. You just choose the wrong partner. You just choose the wrong friend. I used to when you got people, your grandmother tell you, I used to look at your grandmother tell you, oh, got people yard, you got somebody yard, and you drop, and something happen to you, and she come home and she beat up on top of it. That's how God do it. Sometimes God show all of the red sign. Sometimes God show all of the red sign. Would that be a job? Would that be a friend? Would that be a partner? Would that be anything what can hurt you? Sometimes God show you the red sign, and for some reason you think it was confetti. Woo! What a piece of excitement. Balloon and arc and a congratulations. No, man, God, this look nice. It's not a celebration, baby girl. A judgment I dropped on you. You were warned. And sometimes you don't go for your own and you get bite and certain bad things happen to you. You have nobody to blame. So in reality, you need to start forgiving yourself first before you walk up and down and ask for forgiveness for people who hurt you. Sometimes you're mad at people. Really and truly, you should be mad at yourself because you had all the sense in the world. You did have all of the red sign in the world. So listen, baby, you go down a hill and go to ride and big stone are going to lick up on your foot. But you ignore the sign. Someone take up some man pan on the head and you know so the boy a gallus. You know so the boy is a narcissist. You hear, especially you girls who take up people man. Yeah, but you have some girl, them take people man and them a boss. Eh? Yeah, but some girl, them sister somebody relationship at end and them go up on Instagram live and them a block it pan each other. Them a talk all sort of something about each other. And when you hear what the girl say about the boy, and when you hear say the boy is a cheater, when you hear say the boy is a narcissist, when you hear say him selfish, you hear say him is a woman beater, but for some reason, you feel like say you're gonna be that magic girl for change him. So you're wrong, go pick him up. And you know what happened? Said thing happened to you. And they walk up and down, big, sad, unhappy, and hurt. And you just develop a whole new personality of being a mean bitch, of being an unhappy girl because the boy hurt you bad. Shame and guilt will kill you. Don't look for forgiveness from that boy. Go and forgive yourself first because you first hurt yourself. Some of us need to be accountable for hurting ourselves. Some of us need to be accountable for the hurt that we go through because God will give us all of the sign. Things just don't feel right. The friendship ain't right. Something about a girl ain't right. Me feel like the girl are wicked. Me feel like she's a Yolanda Salvador. Me feel like she's upon some secret thing. But we just ignore all of the signs. Someone need to start get prayed up. So really and truly, I want you guys to really stop being so stuck on the pain. Stop being so stuck on the hurt. Stop being so stuck on our past. Yes, it is hard to face your fear. Yes, it is so hard to have that conversation. But if you don't feel like you can have that conversation, shut your mouth, get on your knee, and pray and talk to Father God and ask for forgiveness. Ask to be healed and move on. Sometimes all it takes is a conversation with God. Some of us are too upset with people who don't even know say them hurt we. Or if you're mad at somebody and don't even know say you hurt them. A lot of you guys come out of some relationship and when you come out so quiet, the boy don't know say him hurt you, the friendship don't know say it hurt you, the job don't know say this go on the job. A lot of things were not discussed. And that's what I want you guys to start doing. Be vocal. Start talk about things. If I see certain things are going on with a boy in the early stage of the relationship, I kind of realize say you love to lie. I don't like it. I kind of realize say you're selfish. I don't like it. I kind of realize say you're little and genial. I don't like it. And if them can't take heal, just gracefully bow out. Stop sit down so quiet. Stop sit down so quiet and just bear things. Some man woman sit down and bear some be that pain and judgment and hurt for years. By the time the relationship over, one is a complete damage good. One not have no use to nobody. Let's end it all today. Let's have that conversation. Let's open up the room for forgiveness. Let's open up our hearts for forgiveness. Let it go. Let it go and move on. This is the Markie Markland Podcast. I am so happy you were able to talk to me, listen to me this week. I'm a trust and believe, say, we're not going to have a conversation this week. My trust and believe, say, we're not going to call somebody and tell them so to forgive them. My trust and believe, say, we're not going to look in the mirror and say to yourself, say, girl, I forgive you for being a man clown, a good girl time, wicked girl time. Yeah. Now is the time. Let go some things. It's not worth it. Have a great day. Walk good, talk good, dress good, look good, stay good. This is the Markie Markland Podcast. Have a great day.